Good evening, Lexington. I'm Clayton Abernathy for Buck Ryan's Week in Review, and we have an exciting show for you tonight. Kentucky basketball fans continue to mourn the death of what seemed like a promising season months ago. The Wildcats men's team has been consistently disappointing throughout the past few months, and an invitation to the National Invitational Tournament is the final nail in the coffin on this long, excruciating season. David Shue of the Kentucky Colonel reports on the state of Kentucky basketball in his article titled, UK headed to NIT for first time since '09. This is only the 10th time this historic program has been in the NIT. After not hearing their name during the NCAA selection show, the Cats are the 5th defending champion to miss the tournament. Due to first-round NCAA tournament games being held in Rupp Arena, John Calipari's team is in Pittsburgh, where they are playing Robert Morris tonight at the Charles L. Sewall Center, which holds 3,056 fans. To put that into perspective, an average UK game has almost 8 times that attendance. It should be an interesting environment, as this has to be one of the biggest games in Robert Morris's basketball history. The Wildcats will still look to finish the season strong, as they hope to end their season as NIT champs in Madison Square Garden. In international news, a disturbing statistic has been discovered in the country of South Africa. According to BBC's website, over 25% of schoolgirls in South Africa are HIV positive. Health Minister Aaron Motsoaledi claims that quote-unquote sugar daddies are exploiting schoolgirls. While over 25% of girls are suffering from this terrible disease, only 4% of boys in South Africa are infected with HIV. Motsoaledi spoke in the town of Carolina in the Mpumalanga province, where he is quoted as saying, 77,000 girls had abortions at public facilities. We can no longer live like that. We want to put an end to it. 10% of the South African population is HIV positive. Would you say Twitter has recently become more popular than Facebook? The social media rivals have been competing for users over the past few years, and apparently Facebook is looking to use one of their counterparts' techniques. Facebook is allegedly planning on copying one of Twitter's signature methods in order to make money. According to an article on CNN.com titled Copying Twitter Hashtags, Another Way for Facebook to Make Money, Ryan Tate says that Facebook is considering co-opting the hashtags that first emerged on Twitter. This famous Twitter technique would be another way for advertising on Facebook. Tate believes that hashtags could lead to businesses promoting products. Hashtags on Twitter display what topics are trending across the nation and the world. The Wall Street Journal first reported that Facebook was planning on incorporating hashtags on their social media site. Facebook did not comment on these reports. Mental health is a hot topic throughout America, and tonight spotlights a woman in Lexington who has and is dealing with her own struggles in regards to mental illnesses. Joanne Strunk, mother of Sarah Strunk, has dealt with her daughter's mental illness for over 10 years now. Sarah was diagnosed with schizophrenia a decade ago. In a video interview, Joanne Strunk describes her daughter's hallucinations as dreaming when she is awake. She describes the constant struggles Sarah had, not living a stable life. Once Sarah was 18, she could legally sign herself out of hospitals. After 72 hours, even if she needed to be treated, she could leave the hospital. Chris Kenning reports, ill people must present a danger before a court can involuntarily hospitalize them. This struggle for Strunk is daily, knowing her daughter should be in a facility that can take care of her, but can do nothing about it. Strunk says, tragedy has to happen before anything is done. Strunk is optimistic in the future, hoping she can find a drug for her daughter that can give her a peace of mind. Kenning states that there are also several Kentucky efforts to create intensive community treatment programs. Maybe Strunk's cry for a stronger mental health system will be one of many powerful steps toward eliminating tragic events, such as Sandy Hook. Your office is our only hope, so don't fail us. Yours truly, the colored people of Concordia Parish. This letter addressed to the FBI was written and received in 1965. According to an article titled, When Cold Cases Stay Cold, the Justice Department is just now responding. This letter, written nearly half a century ago, dealt with racial crimes toward blacks during the Civil Rights Movement. Pleading for justice, the colored people of Concordia Parish wrote this letter with scared and angry hearts. These so-called cold cases have been reopened over the past several years, and most cases have been deemed closed. In 2008, Congress passed the Emmett Till Unsolved Civil Rights Crime Act. This act was named after a young black boy in Mississippi who was murdered for flirting with a white woman in 1955. This act gives the FBI the ability to examine racial crimes during the civil rights movement. However, slim results have come of this act. only one successful prosecution has occurred. It was in 2007 in relation to the death of two black men in 1964. These investigations have not been very successful because many of the alleged killers, back when the crimes occurred, are dead and acted alone. The Concordia Sentinel has said that the FBI failed to give the cold cases the proper commitment because it had not assigned agents to investigate them full time. Cases are continually closing, and this once promising act is proving to be ineffective. Hopefully soon justice will be served and the heinous racial crimes of the past will be handled in a detailed and appropriate manner. I'm Clayton Abernathy with Buck Ryan's Week in Review News. Stay snazzy, Lexington.